Well, hello everyone, my name is Rohit Singh and welcome to the channel Developer Geeks. Well, in this video, we will see how you can create a pattern somewhat like this. In the previous couple of videos, we have seen and created multiple patterns, which is definitely going to help you in understanding the core structure of a program, that how you and when you have to add conditions or looping, etc. So let's jump into the code and let's see how you can create. Now before coding for this pattern, let's see and let's try to decode it, that how you have to start the approach. Now let's divide this whole pattern into two halves, right? In this first half, as you can see, there is a right angle triangle, right, in which there actually basically, if you see, this is a square, right, but this square contains a space over here and a triangle over here, right, and there will be a n integer n, right, for the number of lines to be printed. So first what we have to do is that we will print x number of space, and then we will increase and then we will print star. Then the space will be reduced by 1, and the star, the number of printing of star, will be increased by 1 as we go or as we increment the number of lines. So let's try to code it. I will remove this code first. Super. First let's write an integer n, which would be 6, let's see, and then integer I, which will run till the value of n. Super. And within that, what we have to do, first we will print the number of spaces, and then after we will print the star. So we have to write two for loop within the outer for loop. The outer for loop will help you to increment the line, and the inner two for loop will print the space first, and the second for loop will help you to print the star. Let's see. Then after you will write another for loop, let's say j, which will start from 0, and j should be less than n minus I, and then j plus plus, and then after we will print cout. Done. So this will help us to print the space, right, which is in the double quote. Now every single time, every single iteration, after every single iteration, you can see the condition will be decreasing as what we want, right? This is what we want. As the number of line increases, the number of space that we have to print should be decreasing, right? And this is for the printing of star, the logic is completely opposite. Let's say for k we will take 0, and then k should be less than equal to I, and then k plus plus. Super. And then after we will print cout star. Let's print and see what will happen. Okay, I have forgotten to write cout, and then end the line. Super. You can see it is printing the same triangle, the upper triangle. Now what we have to do, we have to print the lower triangle. In the lower triangle, what we have to do, we have to print the triangle first, and within the bottom we have to write the space. Let's create another for loop. For int I is equal to 0, we can use I. The reason is because this I is accessible only within this block, so we can create another I. So int I, and I is less than n, I plus plus, and then after int k equal to 0, let's say k, and then k is less than equal to I, k plus plus. Okay, I've forgotten to write. Super. Yeah, and this will help us to write to print the space, right? And after this, let's say j, for int j equal to I. The reason is I will tell you later. Let's code it first. j is less than n and then j plus plus, and this will help us to print these stars. And then after cout ended. Super. Let's try to print. I hope the code should be properly correct. It yeah, okay. Now in this code what we have to do is that you can see it is printing, the star is printed for 1 2 3 4 and etc. But for the last line it is printing 6 times, and for the second half it is also printing 6 times. But what we have to do, we have to print only 5 times for the second half. So what we will do is that we will subtract the value of n by 1, right? And let's see. Okay, it is printing, but we have to manage the space. We can take another space, okay, or here. Okay, yeah, so we will take a space in between. Super. Yeah, you can see we have successfully printed the pattern. Now let's try to see what is happening in this code, right? First, what is happening is that first we subtracted the value of n by 1, then after we are printing the space, right? The space that is for this half, this space is increasing every single time the I is increasing, right? As for this logic, you can see for the upper half we have used the same logic, right? The reason is because both were increasing as the I was increasing, and here the value of I is the value of j is decreasing as the value of I is increasing, like 4 like 5 4 3 2 1 etc. And the reason we added this extra space is because this was starting from here. So to arrange it properly, we have just shifted by one space. Let's try for other number. Let's say 7. Yes, it is printing for 7 too. Well guys, that is for this video, and if you find this informative, please don't forget to like, share and subscribe to the channel Developer Geeks. Thank you.